Hey everyone, it's Desy Cheng, and this right here is the 10-liter Bellroy Venture Camera Sling. In this video, I do want to show you how each one of the camera brands such as Canon, Nikon, Sony, Fujifilm, and Leica, and also DJI can fit into this bag. If you got any one of those brands, stay tuned because I'm going to show you just different lens combinations and camera combinations and how it's going to fit in here. Plus, I'll also do a general overview and review of the bag. Just for reference, I am 5'8" in height and about 188 pounds. So let's start off by walking through the bag. The outer material shell of the backpack is made out of a water-resistant recycled nylon, and it feels pretty durable, so I do like the fabric. At the very top right here, it does have a waterproof zipper, which you can open from either side. You can open from this side, or you can open from this side. That same waterproof zipper is at the front right here, which is where the accessory pocket is. This is where you put your small accessories, and when you do open it up, it does have two stash pockets, one smaller one. This would be good for like AirPods or something like that. And you have another larger stash pocket right here. And it also does have a key leash. Now, moving on to the bottom of the bag, it does have these accessory straps, so you can put your tripod in here, or you can put a jacket, and they are removable, so you just have to unlatch the straps from either side. So if you don't like this dangling thing, you can totally take it off. Now, before we kind of dive into the interior of the bag, oh yeah, sorry, it does have some nice padding on this back side right here, and also the bottom. So it's got a good amount of padding for you to sit your bag onto the ground, and you don't have to worry about, you know, damaging your electronics on the inside. Now let's talk about the strap quickly. Now on the Bellroy Venture Sling, I think this is the 6 or 7 liter, the smaller one that's not a camera bag. But I really like that strap because you could actually quickly adjust it, make it tighten it or not tighten it, loosen it up, and very easily. I don't like this strap. And the reason why is because the shoulder pad, which I do like the shoulder pad, but how it is the adjustable buckle is hidden underneath here. So they should have made the adjustable buckle thing on either side. So if I'm wearing my left shoulder, right shoulder, I could do it. But right now, how I have it, it's hidden. So I have to kind of slide it out, and you got to pull on it, and it's kind of tight. So you're gonna have to pull on it. See, even I'm having a difficult time. Maybe I'll pull it the other way. There, I got it out. And you can adjust it on this side, but it's kind of stupid. And if I wanted to kind of loop it back in here, it's not that easy to loop it back into this. I kind of have to feed it through the shoulder strap. So Bellroy, you need to improve this adjustability part on the shoulder strap. But one thing I do like is that on either side, you can easily remove it. So there's just these two buttons that you just kind of click it, and it's made out of metal hardware, which is nice, gives a nice quality feel to it. Yeah, and so that's pretty much it for the exterior of the bag. Now let's dive on into the interior of the bag. So actually, I'll hold the bag like this way. But when you kind of open it up, at the very top, there is this one zippered pocket right here. And it's got these small, tiny little stretchable pockets for you to put batteries or smaller items, or you can also even put your sunglasses at this top little pouch right here. Let's zip that up. And then on the inside, the only other thing that's in here, they have these side mesh kind of dividers that are stretchy. You can actually fit a full size, standard size water bottle in here, which is great. And you can do it from the other side as well. Another great thing is if you had just like, you know, those DJI mics or anything, you can toss them in there, or AirPods, just kind of small accessories you can toss off to the side. Now the cool thing about the inside here is, you know, it's quite easy to kind of, there's no Velcro. It's very easy to change it up. So if you had a larger camera, you can put it in here, or if you want to have a larger lens, you can kind of put it in here. They just kind of, it's just made from this one fabric thing that you can kind of push and pull. And yeah, if you just had only one camera and one large lens, you can kind of keep it just like this. Now, there is one negative thing about this, is that it doesn't have I was actually expecting there to be a sleeve at the back for you to put documents and a tablet, your passports, or anything like that, but it doesn't have a sleeve. Whether it be on the exterior or the interior, I don't care. I just kind of wanted that sleeve in there. And because of that, it kind of deters me from bringing this bag out all the time, because sometimes I got some documents I have or something, and I really just want to throw it in there. But that's kind of like the main negative about the interior of the bag. And so when I open it on the other side, it's essentially mirrored on the other side, the same thing. So you have that same kind of stretchy pocket on this one side, and you got these dividers that you can kind of push over here or pull over there. The other thing I really want to talk about is just how easy this bag is. I think if I could describe this bag in one word, it would be easy. It's just so simple. It doesn't have a lot to it. It's extremely lightweight. You can really compress it down, and it's very thin. So it's like, you know, putting an extra pair of pants into your luggage. But yeah, I really like this bag, but it's not perfect. All right, so now let's put some cameras in here. Let's start with Nikon. This is the Nikon ZF. So let's open the bag up. Usually the largest area in this bag is the middle section. So you can kind of put that in there. And I do have some extra space, lots of room to put my lenses. So on this one side, I have the 85mm 1.8s with the lens hood on. And there's also space, you know, a small little spot for me to put my 28mm lens right here. I have the 40mm attached right here. And right now, this is how much space it has. It actually fits perfectly. It's not too tight or anything like that. I can easily grab my lenses. It's not like rubbing or squishing against anything like that. I can really easily just, you know, grab in and out my camera. So overall, this is a very easy and good fitting combination. So if you're gonna be shooting with Nikon, then, you know, that is kind of what it looks like in the bag. So next up, let's talk about DJI. We got the Mini Pro 4 right here, the remote, as well as the Osmo Pocket 3. So let's start to configure this bag. So actually the largest, most awkward item is actually the remote and not so much the drone itself. So it actually put the remote in this kind of middle section. And then let's go put this drone right here on this one side. And there's still definitely lots of room for me to put my Osmo Pocket 3, the little tripod foot, and I still have this the DJI mic. You know what, in a great spot would be that little elastic little slot just onto the side right here. And so yeah, and still there is still room for me to put, you know, a few different things, maybe an extra battery or anything like that. But yeah, this is kind of what it looks like, you know, with a DJI configuration, a drone configuration. All right, you Canon lovers, this right here is the Canon R6. So now let's pack this bag with the Canon bodies. Now these lenses and everything like that is going to be much larger than the other ones. So let's see what we got here. This is the 35mm 1.4 EF lens with the adapter. We'll put on this side. We'll zip this and go on to the other side and throw on the 24-105. So this is a 24-105 with the lens hood not reversed, but it's just off in the standard position. And look, it fits very nicely. Nothing is too squished, you know. I can easily take my camera out and lenses, and it's not too squished at all. We'll zip that up, and that's kind of what it looks like. Now, another question that you might have is, all right, well, let's see what the Canon, how it fits with the 24-105 attached, because that might be more of a standard configuration. Okay, so now I have the 24-105 attached to the R6 right now. One question would be, will it be able to stand up? And the answer is yes and no. I mean, yes, it will stand up, but you can't, I mean, it's a tight close for it to zip up. So a better solution would be to kind of put it on sideways so you can grab it like that. However, that will only leave room for only one of the pads. So let's move it over. And this is the 35 1.4, and that will fit nicely in there just like that. One other thing I did forget to mention though is that yes, you can, these can fold a little bit. So if you wanted to stack lenses, so for example, if I want to put this lens on the bottom right here and you want to kind of fold this padding over, You could put something over top of there. Not ideal, it's not the best, but that is kind of an option. Okay, so for Sony, guys, this is the Sony a7 IV with the 24mm f1.4 attached. Yeah, so the question is, can you fit all three of these? These got some big lenses here. We have a 24-105 lens, which I'll slot in on this one side. I got a 50mm 1.4 on this other side, and there is room for me to put this, no problem. However, the question is, will it zip up? I mean, it barely zips up. So to answer your question, yes, it will zip up that way. It's a little bit snug and tight, but it does fit. And so yes, that's the Sony system for you, using these kind of, the only one larger lens I had was the 24-105, and then the 24mm as well as the 50mm are kind of like medium-ish lenses, but fairly beefy. But yeah, as you can tell, it'll fit, no problem, and it's still easy to take your camera in and out, and the dividers are tall enough that nothing will bump another thing or whatever. So boom. And here we got the Leica Q2, which is the same size as the Q3 and the Q pretty much. But yeah, it fits perfectly into one of these slots, no problem. And there's still room for you to put anything else you want on either side. But yeah, the Q2 fits in there perfectly, very, very snug. But again, if you don't need this much room, this bag probably isn't going to be the best for the Q2. But if you're going to be throwing another camera or something else in here, then yeah, that's how it fits. Fujifilm, we have the X-T5 with a 23mm attached that can fit right there. We got tons of space, so like, I mean, we can put this 56mm down here. We have this, I don't even know what this is. What is this? 33mm over there. And yeah, overall, I mean, I feel like there's tons of space for you to throw any random things in, but I probably wouldn't want to. So this is kind of, I feel like a little bit overkill for the Fujifilm system. You're probably asking me, why do I even have the X100V there? But I just kind of want to show you, you know, sizing wise, if I threw in an X100V in there, there is tons of space in there. I can even throw it this way and it just kind of flops around in there. So yeah, lots of space for Fujifilm, probably too much space actually. Anyways, I talked about how easy this bag is, and that's exactly why I always gravitate towards this. It's just so lightweight, simple to use, easy. It's nice and big. I can grab my items very easily. But the only one thing that kind of keeps me from choosing this as my go-to carry-on companion when I'm on a flight is that it's missing that back sleeve for either your tablet, your documents, your passport, anything like that. If they only had that, you know, I would choose this, but for now, I'm gonna leave this at home on my next flight. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to see me do more of these, please like and subscribe, and definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Desy31.
Suit on up, cause it's about to get real. Never ever seen a thing like this revealed. Hold on tight, give up the fight, embrace yourself.